There are moments in life when the world tries to take something from you, not just land or property, but dignity. And sometimes the only way to stand your ground is to call on those who know what it means to fight for it. What happens next is more than just a battle over a red barn. It's about family, loyalty, and how far one man will go to protect what's his, even when the odds are stacked against him. If you're watching the story unfold, hit subscribe if you want more real, emotional stories that stay with you. Drop a comment below and tell us what moved you most. Was it a fight? The sun stepping up? Or maybe the memory of someone who made you who you are? Now, let's begin. The sun hung low behind the hills, casting long shadows across the dry pasture as dust kicked up under the tires of an unfamiliar SUV. The ranch looked tired, worn fences, faded paint, memories etched into every creaky board. But to Jack, it was home. Built by hand, rebuilt after loss, and now threatened. It started with a notice taped to the gate. Bright orange. Final warning. Jack had ignored 5 of them already. Each one said the same thing. The color of his barn violated some community aesthetic. Red, bold, proud, defiant wasn't allowed anymore. He remembered painting it with his wife, Lena. She loved that red. Said it reminded her of fire, of strength, of standing out instead of blending in. He couldn't bring himself to change it, but the HOA didn't care about love or memory. They cared about control. 3 men stepped out of the SUV, clean boots, mirrored sunglasses, fake authority. One held a clipboard like a weapon. The leader read off a list of violations, ending with the word eviction. Jack stood on the porch, arms crossed, jaw tight. His teenage son, Mason, watched from the doorway, chewing on a granola bar he wasn't really eating. Comply with what? Jack asked, voice calm, eyes sharp. To the barn, the man said. Unapproved structure. Color outside guidelines. Mason scoffed. Seriously? Are we in some kind of cult now? The man ignored him. Another pulled out a phone and began filming. Jack stepped forward, shadows stretching over the man with the camera. You want footage? Film the no trespassing sign at the end of the road. They hesitated. For the first time, they saw something in Jack's eyes, not anger, but resolve. Still, the threat remained. 72 hours to repaint, or else. That night, Jack didn't sleep. He paced, checked locks, watched headlights that never turned into driveway lights. Every sound was a warning. Every silence was a trap. The next morning, she arrived. Karen, HOA president, clipboard queen, and smiling like she already won. She handed Jack a folder filled with photos of the barn, the house. Lena caught in the background painting, unaware. She tapped the photo of the barn mid-paint job. Did you use city-approved paint? She asked sweetly. Jack didn't answer. He stared at the image of Lena, laughing, brush in hand. Pain hit like a punch he didn't see coming. Karen flipped pages. Repainting resets compliance timelines, she said. Your barn is now non-compliant due to color, structural encroachment, and adjacency setbacks. Mason stepped beside his dad. You mean it's too red? Karen smiled tighter. Too visible. Too alive. Jack's voice dropped. You think because you can spell zoning that gives you power? I don't think it, she said. I have it. And then came the final blow. You think your grief gives you leverage? She whispered. You think a barn makes you untouchable? Jack took one step closer. Just one. The smile slipped from her face. If you mention her again, he said, I'll forget this is a conversation. She left without another word. Later that night, Jack sat on the porch. Old number lit up on his phone screen. He didn't press dial. Didn't want to explain. Didn't want to ask. Then it rang. Unknown caller. He answered. Frank. The voice said on the other end, You get visitors today? Jack closed his eyes. Yeah. Yep. Did it smile? Jack almost laughed. Then he said, I think it's time. There was a pause. I'll be there by morning. What happened next? Jack didn't just stand his ground. He fought back, with help from Frank and a crew of old friends who knew how to turn pressure into power. They uncovered fraud, corruption, and a corporate plot hidden beneath neighborhood rules. Karen was arrested. So was a man pulling the strings, a developer named Briggs, who thought money could erase everything. In the end, the barn stayed red. Mason helped repaint it. The same shade Lena chose years ago. Deep, bold, unapologetic. And Jack? He stitched a patch onto his vest, the same one he wore before Lena died, and passed it on to his son, not as a symbol of war, but of survival. Moral lesson. Sometimes the things we fight for aren't just about us. They're about the people who built us, the memories that shaped us, and the future we're trying to protect.